Hey everyone, this is going to be your daily reading for November 30th. Oh my god, can you believe it? We're finishing up November. This is going to be a general reading for all signs. Um, Similarly, I've already pulled the rune. I hope everyone has been amazing. Let me just start off by saying I'm so thankful for all the feedback that I've been getting about yesterday's reading. I got a little into that one. I was definitely really passionate about it, but I'm glad that it really connected with a few of you out there, which is really nice. It was a pretty heavy one, so I hope it finds you well, and it's just kind of continuing to spread. So if you know someone or think of someone who may benefit from that message, I hope that you continue to share it, pass it on. It was it was a deep one for myself included. So I'm glad that it's resonating out there. I love you guys. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for the DMs. I super appreciate it. With that said, let's get into today's reading. All right. So this is our rune for today. Ansuz, I don't know. Great rune. So this is the rune of signals. I think for us, especially for what's been going on and today, I feel like it's about like little synchronicities. This rune can also mark a time where luck starts to rev up. So we're walking into some good luck or continuing good luck. And naturally being a sign of symbols, I think we're going to notice a lot of synchronicities. We happen to bump into this person who happens to, have connections in a field we were trying to tap into. We're thinking about this thing and then, oh my god, look, I was just talking about this and look, here it is. So I think all these little synchronicities are going to start coming in if they haven't already. That start to take us a step further and get us a little closer. They make us feel a certain way, which makes us open up to this and that and da da. So I would expect some signals and some synchronicities to come into your world, kind of just out of circumstance. This particular rune can also be linked to like self-employment and people who run their own business and really are self-initiated. So if that applies to you, you may have a little boost of luck in the next coming days, which is always nice. No one's ever going to turn that down. So with that said, I pulled a couple oracle decks. I think to keep it a little simple, I'm just going to cut it and just pull one from each versus shuffling, because sometimes I shuffle and then we get a whole message, and then this will be like a 3-hour video because I just want to talk about everything I see in there. I try to keep these videos to about between 15 and 20 minutes. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I need to start wrapping it up. Alright. Oh, interesting. So we got the card Stranded. So funny, there's a ship in the top of this card, and I was just talking about signals. When I first saw it, or not when I first saw it, when I put it down, it made me think of like a message in a bottle. Like I thought of a ship in a bottle, and then a message in a bottle. Alright, I'm going to read both of these from the book, but I want to get them both out first. So are we feeling a little stranded? Are we still feeling a little alone? Maybe after yesterday's readings we want to connect and we just don't know how yet. And then these these signals come in to kind of show us the way, like a message in a bottle. Maybe it's us throwing messages out to see, kind of waiting to see who finds them and how they respond. I don't know, we'll find out. Look at that. Abundance. Hallelujah. How could we ask for anything else, right? Alright, let's start with Stranded. And I love that this is card number 44. I don't know if you guys can see that down the bottom. Am I covering it? Of course I am. But it's card number 44. Fours are actually a big thing for me. Fours show up a lot, threes show up a lot, and twos show up a lot for me personally. And kind of like all the time. Stranded. Misdirection, misjudgment, fear of failure. Let me hold up the card because it's going to describe it. There you go. Look at this young sailor stranded with his ship on top of a tall tree. He needs his anchor to help him get back down to earth. The card asks, how did the ship get there? This is such an unusual place for a seafaring vessel. At times we feel the same. We find ourselves in situations we can't quite understand. Sometimes we feel we've made mistakes because our expectations are so high. We set ourselves up for failure. We either beat ourselves up over our performance or we are so intimidated. Turning the page. We're so intimidated that we never ever begin. Failure is a necessary part of success, as important to the journey as the rudder of a ship. I believe I talked about this, if not yesterday's video, very recently about analysis paralysis, which something that I personally have to deal with and kind of get over at times, where it's like, if I'm going to do something, I want to do it the best way possible. It doesn't have to be the best way possible right out the gate. And what we think is the best may not actually be the best. We may learn things along the way that change our view and change our opinion. Maybe we pick up new people who have different connections. Maybe we lose people who maybe, had some different agenda. I think the biggest thing with this stranded feeling isn't so much how did we get here, which I get was part of the card, but I'm kind of feeling it's stranded because we just don't know where to go next, and we're not quite sure how to proceed. How do I get this ship out of the tree? I'm not too worried about how it got there. If we sat there and thought about it, yes, we could figure out how the tree got into the tree. But I'm more focused on how we're going to get it out. How we're going to continue forward. How we're going to continue our journey. So how do we get out of that tree? Why do we think we can't? Why do we feel stuck? Are we really stuck? Because if the key to getting down is this anchor, you've already got the anchor in your hand. So that tells me you possess what you need to get unstranded. You possess what you need to connect and get grounded. So you're not stranded, you have the answer. The answer is the anchor, you already have it. It's yours. Why are you worried about not having abundance? It's yours. It's here. Alright, let's read that one from the deck. Or from the deck, from the book. Oh, baby, I tell you, I put that card down. Or I put that, whatchamacall, selenite down, and my tongue just does not know what to do with itself. Let's see, Hunter Moon. There we are. Here we are. This is the card of the Hunter Moon, symbol of abundance. Take advantage of this time of abundance. It is all around you. Possibility and opportunity are everywhere. You are open and responsive to the abundance around you. There is enough for everyone. I am abundant and I am surrounded by opportunity. So think of the runes, signals, synchronicities. It is all around you. Take advantage of it. You feel stranded, you're looking for a way out. I guarantee you, stay open. The way out is already here. It will find you. It's presenting itself to you. You just have to be open. You just have to be aware. Like the card said, the key is the anchor. This poor sailor's holding it in his hand. Like legit, if you're trying to find the anchor, brother, you got it. It's in your hand. This abundance, whatever it is you're seeking, whatever it is that you feel like you need in your life, the universe has brought it to you. It is there. Trust in it. Follow it. If you get a prompt to head in a direction, that is where you go. Don't be afraid it's going to fail and never try. That in itself is failure. By not doing, it means you stay exactly where you are. That's not success. That's not achieving. That's stagnant. Oh, okay. No, we're going to take that too. Of course. Oh, why are we turning around? So Two of Swords, which, granted, I don't know if I super enjoy the image of that Two of Swords, but Two of Swords can be sometimes not knowing all the answers, being blind. Normally the figure is shown blindfolded, but it is being at a crossroad, a standstill, because we're not quite sure which way to go. There's things we don't know, and that unknown has us stuck and not sure, do we go left or do we go right? Then after that was the Seven of Cups. So having all these different options, because like Abundance said, there's opportunities all around us. So I think we We have an option to stay, we have an option to go left, we have an option to go right, to fly up to the moon, to dig through the earth. There's options everywhere. So which one do we take? We don't know enough about these options, or about maybe there's still planning left to do. We don't know what we want yet, so we don't know what would drive us one way or the other. Oh. Death card, transformation. We are becoming a new version of ourselves. I'm so sorry. I'm like putting these cards off to the side. You can't even see them. Oh, granted they're upside down to you now, but still. At least they're in frame. So death card, transformation. Version 2.0 dying off so you can become version 3.0. What's this guy? Oh, strength card. Love this. So definitely Leo energy, Scorpio energy. You may be dealing with one or the other. I almost feel like the Scorpio energy, and I say this just because last month, whew, she was a doozy. And I don't mean November, I'm talking about before. I feel like this death card is really speaking to things that began for us during Scorpio season. Is kind of what I'm getting. So what you started to change and the shift that was starting to happen. Because Scorpio season this year, I don't know how this was for you, but I know for me and a lot of people I know, this Scorpio season was rough. It was a tough one. Plus we had Venus retrograde going through Scorpio, which was hard on relationships. Like definitely a lot of things, especially for me personally, was brought up and really like thrown in my face and was like, you like this? You want to keep doing this? Is this what you want? Like literally smashed into my face and really made me look at it honestly and intently. So I feel like Scorpio season was the start of this really understanding of what needed to die off and what was starting to grow. And from that transition, here we are with this found strength, this knowledge that we have this inner power with us to make it through, to persevere, to mold the life we want. Okay, that was a lot. Okay, we'll start with this guy that flew. Oh, of course, King of Swords. So very, very analytical, taking it. Oh, someone flipped over. Let me see if I feel these ones that were face down. Yeah, we're taking those. We're going to talk about those after. What do we get over here? Okay, so Two of Pentacles, being flexible. I think this can also be weighing your different options, kind of what do I want? How do I do this? But I feel like being flexible here is a big thing, kind of being willing and open to ride the wave, so to speak. Six of Wands, victory, success. You are on the right path. You are on the right path. Alright, so we got the King of Swords, so being analytical, having a plan, being methodical, thinking things through. You also have what is it? I was going to say Wands, I got it right. Also the King of Wands, so passionate, driven, motivated, maybe a little impulsive, definitely something to keep an eye on, but I don't even think that impulse is a bad thing. I think that impulse is really being driven by your own motivations, your own passions, chasing things that fuel you. So even though it can be a little impulsive and, maybe kind of rushing in a little fast, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing right now. It may look a little reckless from the outside, but I think once you find the direction you want to go, run. Go for it. Make it happen. And kind of trust that these choices you make, and I feel like it's going to involve some risk taking, which is kind of why that's where that flexibility comes in. You may have to be okay with some things for a bit and kind of juggle them around a bit, but I don't think that just going for it and taking that risk is going to be a bad thing. I really don't. Page of Cups here, so definitely a new beginning, but a new beginning that leads to some type of emotional contentment, some type of new emotional beginning where you're being nourished and your soul is being satisfied. It can also speak to in little intuitive hints, intuitive connections, and again, that can totally be related to the King of Wands. That passion, that drive, and then getting that hit that yes, this is it, this is the one, go. Then tap into that fire energy and go. Make it happen. If it's something that is lighting you up inside and that gives you that feeling oh, I belong, this is it, this is what I'm being called to, go for it. Make a plan. That King of Swords is still there. Make a plan on how that happens and what the best way to transition is, and then go. Don't hesitate. Don't sit here in this Two of Swords stuck and just like, So we even have two twos, but there is an evolution to them. Two of Swords is stuck. You're sitting at a crossroads not knowing where to go. Two of Pentacles, you may not necessarily be moving forward, but you're moving. There's a dance going on. You're kind of doing this juggling act. So there's still some action there that you still have to have. So we're going from an immobile place and then moving forward. And then you have the Knight of Cups in reverse. This isn't a card that I normally see this way, because I don't necessarily think of it in this way, but I hear this card a lot as being an apology. I think this card in reverse is kind of telling me that maybe something happened, definitely during this Scorpio season, or possibly with a Scorpio or with a Leo, could be a thing, where I think you want an apology, or actually maybe I don't even think you want it. I think you just know an apology is due. I think you know something, you were treated wrong at some point. I think you know this. And I think you also know that that apology isn't coming. And I think this is just showing you don't need it. It's okay. Don't waste any more time, waiting or wanting or wishing. It's fine. You don't need it. You got much bigger things ahead of you. Much bigger things ahead of you. Bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles. So definitely working together. Could be a work relationship, but I think there's some type of partnership here that really helps you get you started, and there's some type of support here. Possibly maybe even be working with someone who shares some new understanding, maybe shares some new skills with you and kind of helps you grow. Under that, the Fool card, so new beginning, fresh start. I love this. Absolutely love this. Page of Swords under that, so also a new beginning. Also a new beginning. A new understanding, a new perception, a new belief system about yourself. So lots of newness. So again, even this Fool, if I can connect this to our kings over here, the Fool can be a little naive and a little foolhardy and, just jump off that cliff. So, the Fool can definitely be bold and brash. And that's okay. It's great. The Fool in the traditional tarot deck also has a companion. There's like a little animal companion there that kind of is going along for the journey. So I believe even if you do take some risks, there will be support there for you to help you out. You can make it through. You are strong enough to make it through. You have what it takes. You have what it takes and you're powerful enough to do it. Super exciting. So if you are feeling stuck, if you are feeling this stranded energy, know that whatever it is that you need is either going to be brought and given to you, or it's already there. It's already in front of you. You just need to seize it. Open up to it. Open your awareness and see it for what it is. It is your way out. It is your support line. It is your lifeline. So take it, seize it, and run with it. And then you get to have all of this. Love that abundance card. Alright, my lovelies. I think it's going to be an amazing day. I think some new opportunities are coming for us. Keep an eye open for those little synchronicities, those little coincidences, because there's no such thing as coincidences. When those little surprise things pop up that give you that little intuitive hit. Again, Page of Cups. That little intuitive ping. Keep an eye out for those. They will guide you if you need it. Alright, everyone. Have an amazing Friday. I hope you enjoy your weekend. I love you so much, and I will see you tomorrow for the next reading. Bye.